Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Bluesman, Johnny Blues, and this video is going to be something a little bit different than what I usually upload. This is going to be a little bit more of a personal thing, and kind of perfect timing for those of you, my loyal followers and listeners, friends, who probably are going to be the only ones really, checking out this video, unless you just happen to be curious to see what it is I'm going to be talking about. It's a great time to pimp out my secondary channel, Johnny sXeblues. I'll link that in the description below, where I've been actually, posting as of late sort of 1.5 to 2 minute little short ditties, kind of relating personal stories and reflections, reminiscences, if you will, that I hope are entertaining and, maybe poignant or interesting, that kind of thing. And with this video, I kind of wanted to take the time not only to thank those of you who have supported me and who I've become friends with, who I interact with, if not through the messaging system on, YouTube or through email or even Facebook, that kind of thing. All of you guys who make this worthwhile, who carry on the conversation with me, even though, because if you're not familiar with this, you probably have to be a newer viewer, but I'm a strictly mobile user with all things online, and I'm very limited in the contact I have ever since Google Plus crapped all over the YouTube system and everything like that. So for those who actually take the extra effort and try to keep in contact with me, it's oh so very appreciated. And every time I get, complimentary posts or messages from you guys, it just means a lot to me, and makes me remember what, I'm even doing videos for to begin with. And but I still always have had high aspirations, I guess you could say, as far as what I wish I could do and what I wish I was able to be doing in this video medium. Ever since I started making videos, it's just been me and my cell phone. Very literally, I turned the camera on, and I've had, a very tumultuous back and forth roller coaster ride of, a history on YouTube with what I was able to accomplish when I was first making videos. I could only upload about 1.5 minutes long if I was lucky, and as time went on, my service got better, and I was actually able to, in the extreme, upload videos of about, I'd say, 4.5 minutes in length, and that has since been shot down again to about 1.5 to 2 minutes in length because of file size requirements and my service provider being, craptastic, as well as YouTube and Google Plus and Yahoo email service, which I have to actually email my uploads. For those of you who aren't familiar with how you do it on the mobile side, they give you an email address specific to your channel, you record a video, and then you email it to your channel, and it gets uploaded. But, it's been a very hard process to continue on with, and even when I found later that I could record videos, I would record on my phone, then, play it back onto my computer through headphones, because I don't have a microphone, and edit that up, and that's how I do the podcast or audio-only videos and such, and editing those and making sure that I can get them down to the right kind of file size, because at the moment I can only upload up to about 6 megs, file size for a video. Used to be 10, and before that it was down to 3. So it varies. This whole process is, it's always a learning curve, even to this point where I'm 3.5 years in doing this. And, I guess I have high aspirations and high hopes, and there have been times where I've been really good friends with people, kept in, communicado with them pretty fluently, pretty frequently, and I've seen them kind of get to the point where they've moved on because, well, there's no real amount of growth coming from my side of things, whereas they get better cameras and they can get, through the whatever they call it, the Google Hangouts or G Plus Hangouts, they can have actually live interactions with people. And I remember when that was just starting out, a lot of channels were actually trying to do that, have hangouts with fellow channels and their comrades and everything. And, I was actually asked several times would I want to join into that kind of thing. And I always wanted to be able to, but inevitably I had to shoot each and every single one of them down because I just can't. I don't have the technical requirements. I just don't have the money to do what I really wish I could be doing. And, eventually I would lose contact with these people. And it kind of breaks my heart to a degree that, even though I'm kind of stuck with this mobile way of doing things, I can still keep in contact with people, but sometimes that's just not good enough for certain people, and it's like, well, you know what, screw them then. But that's the thing. I really wish, as much as I'm, always happy and grateful to get the complimentary posts I get, telling me people are enjoying what I do and that, it's from the heart, which it always is, and I like to share in a conversation. I like to, post my ideas and my thoughts on things and bounce it off my compatriots online. And that's the thing. I really feel like I don't feel like a personality above anyone. I feel like I'm just talking to people who are just like me, who are right there on my level, and I want to hear back from them. We're a group of friends sitting around a bonfire, and we're having a discussion. That's the way I approach these videos, and I hope to hear back from people. And, of course, because of Google Plus and everything like that, I could rant on and on and on. That has died down to not as many comments as I used to get are as frequent today as they used to be, but a lot of the time I have wished that I had like a big super deluxe PC that I could be editing videos and a digital camera, high def camera, or some kind of animation program that I could do shorts and stuff like that, because I actually do like the idea of doing short films and shorts and stuff. I've attempted that in the past, and they've gotten somewhat positive reaction, I guess you could say, but I've just always really wished that I could be like some of these people you see on YouTube that are putting up high quality videos. They're growing a following. I don't really care so much about becoming famous or having a following just to be, known or anything, but I like the idea of my sort of videos getting out there and reaching as many people as might want to get involved in the discussion as possible. And so it's always a sort of Sisyphean thing, this YouTube thing, because I've many times gone to a point where I was really on a high, where people were commenting all the time and I was interacting all the time, and it's frustrating to always be brought back to square one because of my having to be strictly mobile and not being able to afford a PC or, upgrading the technical requirements of my situation, being able to go on Skype and have these hangouts and do the kind of things I see a lot of other channels doing. And I'd love to actually be able to make full-on action figure reviews where I could have a camera pointed at a figure, have a nice lighting setup, and actually go on into full, sort of reviews of these figures bit by bit, things I love about it, things I don't like about it, that kind of thing. I wish so much that I could be doing all of these different kinds of things, not just sitting and talking and, sometimes I don't get any feedback, and it's kind of like, it plays with your mind when you don't get feedback because people either don't feel like taking the time or, not, sort of regular viewers are interested in what the topic at hand is. It just plays with your mind because, well, sometimes people are enjoying it and I hear back from people, other times I don't, and the views are very low, and, it's just confusing because you're not sure if what you're saying matters to anyone, and I know that it does to a point, and that's what makes this worthwhile when people want to hear what I have to say and want to react to what I have to say or share in that conversation. That's what makes this whole, sort of adventure on YouTube worthwhile. And so yeah, I always feel like I wish I could be doing better than what I'm doing. Even at my best, I still wish, I wasn't as limited as I was. I feel like the limitations I have may be hindering in the long run my success, if you will, of reaching as many people as possible. And it's just a frustrating thing, when it comes to making videos and being from the heart, and you want to be accepted and listened to, but also reacted to, and have people just conversing with you and joining in the experience. And unfortunately, YouTube has become a lot different than it was when I first started, when I was watching people that got me interested into making videos in the first place, and then when I started making videos. And again, it's like the ebb and tide of the flow of YouTube, where sometimes it's very successful, sometimes it's not so much. But But I am grateful for everything I've been able to accomplish thus far. I'm grateful for all the acquaintances and friends and followers I've accrued through this experience. And, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, this extends as far as my aspirations and wants to even offline things like, oh, I wish I had a big flat screen TV, a digital TV. I wish I had money to get a new car, because I have been without a car, and health problems between my sis and I make it very hard to get around on the buses and everything like that in the Florida heat. And, you know, I wish I had money to be able to accomplish a lot of things. That's the thing. The bottom line always seems to revolve around money. If you have a problem, whatever problems my sis and I are ever inflicted with, it all adds up to money, and not having it, that, you know, keeps that problem a steady thing. So, yeah, just kind of rambling off the top of my head in this video on a really personal note. And the bottom line is, you know, I'm always grateful for the interactions I have and the friends I've made on YouTube, and I really hope you guys are going to stick with me and enjoy whatever I post. I know not every topic I, you know, dabble in is for everyone's particular palette. But yeah, I'm just thankful that people are still around. You know, some of those names I see cropping up again and again. Never Again 41, The Moon Kingdom, good friends like Mike Adams, who I have more interaction nowadays with on Facebook, as well as Joe, TJ Pyramid, his wife Tina, some new faces like Falagar 517, Sammy, who, you know, I'm limited in the contact I've been able to have with, but there are some people who've been around for a while, and there's some newer people and people joining the whole YouTube thing every now and again, and it's just a fun ride. And sometimes I wish I could be doing better and more, you know, sort of viewable things that would attract more viewers. But, you know, as long as I got what I got going, and you guys will still stick with me, at least that in and of itself is worthwhile. And yeah, once again, I want to point out that I've been doing sort of similar to this, you know, personal reminiscences and stuff like that on my secondary channel. I highly recommend you check it out if you like hearing me just sort of ramble and tell stories, because I've been kind of doing that in very short, you know, vignettes of, like I say, 1.5 to 2 minute long videos, as well as some short subjects that are kind of quirky and funny, as well as outtakes too. I've had at least 51 outtakes, I think, that I've uploaded onto that channel. And so that's more my vlogging personal channel, you know, where I'll not necessarily be talking about entertainment stuff, or at least not do it in a showy manner as I kind of do in a personality kind of sense on this channel. So, yeah, otherwise, I mean, you know, thank you for listening to this video. I always love hearing from you guys, and if you have any thoughts on what I'm saying in this particular one, you can private message me, personal message me on YouTube, hit me up on Facebook, or, you know, give me a comment down below. And otherwise, I hope this video finds you well. Thank you for being with me on this journey, as always. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Peace.